Do you think for a second that Donald Trump ever gets sick of the glazing? Like all the disgusting glazing that happens from all of his sycophants and suckadicks, like the FIFA president. Beyond pathetic. FIFA president Infantino to Trump. You don't need people to compliment you. Meaning, of course you do. But this World Cup would not have been such an incredible success without you. It is the greatest human, social, and cultural event that mankind has witnessed. The glazing. Republicans Against Trump also posted Pillowman Mike Lindell. Trump's pick for Minnesota governor isn't registered to vote in Minnesota. Texas lists him as an active registered voter. From the Star Tribune. That could complicate things. And then, breaking, this was yesterday. Several U.S. service members injured in Iranian attacks against Jordanian bases. CBS News. And then Republicans Against Trump repost that with CBS's new take. No fatalities have been reported among the Americans or the Jordanians at this time. The severity of those injured is not clear. So they issued the statement, and then they got a call from the White House that said, "Hello, Barry Weiss. We're clearly lying about the injured and unalived service members. Get your act together." And then I also seem to remember that Donald Trump said that he was going to, deport all of the worst of the worst, the traffickers, the drug pushers. But instead, he started pardoning them. Courts. He also, instead of deporting the sex traffickers, he started importing them. Lev Parnas has this great breakdown. Andrew and Tristan Tate spent the days before their arrest partying in Washington, D.C. as guests of Paolo Zampoli, Donald Trump's U.S. Special Envoy for Global Partnerships and a longtime friend of Trump and Melania. Zampoli is the former modeling executive who says he brought Melania to the United States and introduced her to Donald Trump. His name has also surfaced repeatedly in reporting surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's modeling world connections. And then there's more. Zampoli previously acknowledged contacting a senior ICE official about Amanda Ungerl, the mother of his child, during a bitter custody dispute. She was later taken into immigration custody and deported, although Zampoli denies that he asked ICE to detain her. Now we learn that the Tate brothers, facing grape and sex trafficking charges in Britain, were being welcomed and entertained in Washington by a Trump administration envoy shortly before federal authorities arrested them in Miami. That raises some very serious questions. Who invited them? Who did they meet with? And why were they being embraced by someone so close to Trump's inner circle? Stay tuned, there's much more to come. Well, I know some of it because Barron Trump has a fucking relationship with the Tate brothers. Just roll me over with surprises here. Cuckturd posts, there are endless videos of Tristan and Andrew Tate talking about beating, choking, graping, and controlling women. And yet, at VP JD Vance follows them. What is wrong with you, at JD Vance? Brooklyn Dead Defiance is glad to see the human waste that is the Tate brothers were arrested in Miami for grape and human trafficking. Reminder, the only reason they were in the U.S. is because the Trump regime intervened on their behalf. Because of course they did. Critter posted, the Tate brothers rose to fame in the MAGA manosphere for choking and beating the women and girls they graped and trafficked. Trump intervened to help them evade prosecution for schmecks with minors, human trafficking, money laundering, and organized crime. Twice. Joe G. shows Marco Rubio is dressed like Andrew Tate in a show of solidarity with the arrested Tate brothers. And Dropsite News said, Iranian commander warns U.S. of devastating response to further attacks. Iran's armed forces will meet any further U.S. aggression with a decisive and devastating response. The commander of Khatam al-Anbiya Central Headquarters, Major General Ali Abdullahi, said in a statement carried by Iranian state broadcaster IRIB. Abdullahi said Iran would impose costs on the United States heavier than those of what he called the second and third imposed wars. He described Washington as a criminal, treaty-breaking, and deceitful enemy, and reiterated loyalty to Supreme Leader Mujtaba Khamenei. Also accused the United States of trying to sow division between the Iranian public and its officials after what he called repeated failures on the battlefield, saying internal unity is what will defeat the Great Satan. Khatam al-Anbiya is Iran's central military command headquarters, responsible for coordinating operations across the regular army and the Revolutionary Guard. Somebody commented, let's hope so. Somebody else said, the last 48 hours has seen a real escalation in this conflict, and what's most concerning is the growing whispers of a potential ground invasion, which any informed person knows would be the height of stupidity. It's impossible for the USA to safely capture Karg Island or invade Iran. And some idiot put a meme down there. Well, we're waiting. Yeah, this. Donald Trump and an Uncle Sam hat. There's an Israeli star above it, and it says, I want you to die for Israel.